Hey there, this is Kerri from the Songbird.com. Now today I'm going to address a question that many singers ask, and it seems to be a great frustration of lots of singers, and this is, how do I sing without breaking? Or how do I bridge that vocal break? Now some of you watching this video might be wondering what exactly is a vocal break. So I'm going to attempt to do a quick demonstration. So the vocal break is the part of your voice where you basically reach a certain point in your range and it kind of flips into a different voice or changes gears. So something like this. And you get to this point where your voice just can't go any further, and if you were to push it anymore, you're just going to really strain it, and you can feel this like when I was doing that, I could feel this, it sounded awful, and it's because I was actually really strained and I could feel all of my throat just get really tight. So that's the part of the vocal break where if you're going to try and push through it and continue to chest your voice out, it's just not going to be able to go any further. So what the voice wants to do, and what it should actually do for safety reasons, is that it flips into a thinner head voice, or for guys, falsetto. So rather than try to push it, all right, this is what would happen if I didn't push it and I let my voice flip. Okay, so you can see how it just sort of flipped a little bit there and went into a head voice. For some it sounds a bit more like this. And it's really breathy and thin. Either way, I guess what we wish to be able to do as singers is to sing it without any break at all. So it sounds a bit like this. No break. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, one of the main reasons why we actually flip so suddenly when we are singing is that we're actually singing really, really heavy in our chest voice. So what's going on is that our vocal cords are actually vibrating together quite thickly, so actually most of our cord is vibrating together. That's why it's a thick sound. And we're actually keeping it there for a bit too long, okay? So a bit too long into our range. And what that results in is that, by the time your voice gets to a certain point, it just has to crack. So a really great way to actually bridge our vocal break is to actually learn how to sing a bit lighter in our chest voice. So what we're trying to do is to mix a little bit of our head voice with our chest voice. And what we're also trying to do is to sing with a lot of resonance, okay? And when I say resonance, I actually mean resonance here, okay? In the front of the face, just behind the nose. All right, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to show you an exercise which just really effectively helps you to learn how to sing in a lighter chest tone, and therefore mixing a bit of head into your chest voice so that you actually bridge that gap. Now, the best way to do this is actually practicing on a descending high, like starting your head voice register and actually come down. And this is the reason why. Okay, if I was to ask you or any of my students to sing this, and we were to go up, so let's, for example, we did me, okay? The tendency is, because we're going up, that we actually strain a little more, okay? So me, and the tendency is to try to actually push our chest voices higher in order to bridge that gap, resulting in a sound like this. Me, yuck, right? So it doesn't sound good at all. So instead of actually practicing going up, we're going to go down on the scale. So what that means is that we start in your head voice register, or for guys, falsetto, and we come down. And what you want to try to do is to keep the sound as consistent as possible, okay? So let me show you what I mean. We're going to do me, okay? So, me. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm definitely starting in that higher register, in more of a head voice range, okay? As I come down though, you can hear that my sound still sounds very connected, but I am actually coming back down to chest voice. But what I'm doing is that I'm taking that quality that I've used in that top note, and I'm trying to continue that quality through the line, okay? So it's not like this. me. Yeah, so that would be like just jerking it and making every note quite different, okay? But what we want to do is smoothly sing through the line. Me. Okay? Now, when you first start practicing this exercise, if you've never ever done this before, or if you've been struggling with your vocal break for a very long time and you haven't been able to see any breakthrough, when you start with this, okay, don't be discouraged if as you try to bring that quality of that top note down, that the whole thing seems to sound a little bit weak and breathy. So for example, it might sometimes sound like this. So you might be if you're a guy particularly, you might be well into your falsetto range at this point, and it might sound a bit like this. Me. Now, so don't be discouraged. That is very, very normal if you are practicing this for the very first time. Now, what you can do to actually help you with that is to think about, and this is what I said before, about your resonance, or maybe I should call it placement. Where is your voice placed? So where are you feeling the buzz? You know, when we're singing, we should definitely be feeling some sort of buzz going on. Whether it's in our chest area, whether it's sort of in the mouth area, whether it's behind the nose, or whether it's in our head, we've got to be feeling the resonance. Now, in order to bring this so that the notes begin to be in one line, it is a great idea to keep the resonance really forward right here in the front of the face, just behind the nose, okay? So if you are sounding a bit like this, me, and it's a bit breathy, okay? A really good idea is to think here, really let the sound resonate through the nose. So it might sound a little nasal to begin with, but it's going to help you, okay? We often sort of go with the extremes of where the voice goes in order to teach technique, but then we modify it in songs so that we don't sound like, you know, I don't know, a wicked witch, yeah, when we're singing. So if I was to make this really nasal, like this. Me. Okay, so that was obviously really, really nasal and really, really exaggerated nasal, okay? But yeah, at least it was connected, hey? So it's better than breathy, me, right? So we started there, and then gradually, as you practice this over weeks and months, and however long it takes, okay, you can actually start to take the nasalness out. So instead of going me, it becomes a bit more warmth. Me. Okay, so all of this takes a bit of time and practice. So there you go. That is all from me today for this vocal tips video. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop me a line in the comments below. Hey, if you found this video helpful, it'd be so cool if you could actually give it the thumbs up, like it, share it on other social media, let all of your other singer friends know so that they can be helped as well. Now, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my website above, and then you'll be the first to get any vocal tips videos that I post up. Now, the other thing is I have a free course on offer at my website. So at my website, I talk a little more about how to sing without breaking, as well as how to sing high notes and how to sing with power. And on top of that, I just throw in a 7-part video series on how to sing Jessie J's Nobody's Perfect, just for fun. So if you'd like to get your hands on that, then just click on the link below in the description box and then subscribe, and then you'll get that email to you direct to your inbox. Okay, well, it's been great singing together. This is Kerri Ho from thesongbirdtree.com signing off. Get grounded, take flight, and sing.